Hello everyone, I'm with Matt from Satisfaction. I'm your host, Ashida Onrae with Black Hollywood Live, and I am interested to hear a little bit more about this.
Yes, well, that's good. The
Yeah.
show is called Satisfaction, and it really deals with a married couple that are trying to find that in their lives. They've been married for a long time, and are realizing that that is what they have lost. They've lost touch with themselves, they've lost touch with each other. My character really starts to realize that he's in a prison of his own making in life, smashes that down, runs to tell the person that he wants to reconnect with most, his wife, and finds her with another man. And chases down that man, finds out that man is a male escort, but instead of smashing the marriage to pieces, he actually picks up the gigolo's lost phone and answers the next call and goes on a journey to try and find out why. And we also find out that his wife, 6 months earlier, had been going through the same thing, had been kind of crying out to him, but he was too wrapped up in his own thing to know that. So the series is a postmodern love story. And we may not like some of the actions they do, but you really do start rooting for these two characters that are striving to get back in touch with themselves and get back in touch with each other.
Now, one of the things that I'm really passionate about is marriage. And so here, it just seems like there's a breakdown in communication with the two.
Oh.
What kind of advice would you give? I mean, we know not to be the male escort, right?
Yes, I would say do not go out and be a male escort to try and get back in touch.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to get the spark back into your life. I think, from what I'm learning from this show, and actually I am learning a lot, I think that the work starts within yourself.
Yes.
And I think finding that inner satisfaction and working through some of those really, sometimes raw and uncomfortable issues, getting honest with yourself, then starts to bleed into the person that you are with. And the funny thing about this show is we may not like some of the ways that it happens, but actually out of some of these actions that some of these women that he's meeting, he actually is learning things. It's not so much, a what women want kind of aspect, but he actually starts to appreciate his wife and starts to realize that there's a lot that needs to happen in his world. He can't just rely on her to come to him.
So a little bit of self-awareness going on.
Yeah.
So actually we can watch it and we can learn something and enjoy the process too.
It's a water cooler show. It's, like I said, it's raw and uncomfortable, and it'll bring up a lot of issues that people will have very strong opinions on.
Yes.
But there's a sneaky optimism, a really sneaky optimism in there, and you start rooting for these guys to get together.
Well, thank you so much for being with us on Black Hollywood Live. We really appreciate you coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Great to meet you.
Great to meet you as well.